Yeah, baby. Welcome to the world famous Stuttering John's Shuli Detractor podcast. I am your co-host Dillon, your world famous host Stuttering John Melendez. Could not be here today. He got stuck in that New York City traffic again and could not make it to his mother's kitchen to broadcast with me. But John, find me at my email, dillonfromsomewhere@gmail.com. We will get this scheduling issue worked out and we will get this show on the road. Without you, I believe I've only got about 6 weeks left, but I can't wait to keep this up with you for months and months. And exciting news in the world of Stuttering John Melendez. He debuted his sister show to this program this week, The Hypocrisy Police. And John, I'm disappointed in your choice for co-host because it took no time at all for him to reveal that he was stabbing you in the back the entire time. He was mocking you to your face. And John, you got to stick with me because I will not mock you. I will promote our shows together like the one we have coming up this summer at the Big Hobo Barbecue in Temecula. Stuttering John, Gallagher 3, and myself, I am bringing my tight 1-minute set to the Big Hobo Barbecue in Temecula. Gallagher 3 is our host. Stuttering John is the midla, and we have a very special headliner. We are so happy to have this woman with us. She is touring. She is a television star. You know her from Comedy Chingonas. This is Luz Pazos, and she has most certainly paid her dues. I am very excited to be on the same bill with someone so hardworking in the world of stand-up comedy. I'm sure that John is too. And be sure to get your tickets at your local crack dealer and participating barrel fires. The Big Hobo Barbecue in Temecula this summer. I hear Gallagher 3 actually lives in this hobo encampment, so that is exciting. So without further ado, let's get to the why Shuli stinks and Karl doesn't scale. This week, we are talking about live shows. And the way Karl does it is through analytics. He figures out what cities he has the most fans in, where is the biggest concentration of people he can go to entertain. And Karl does like to put on an entertaining show. Before he got national notoriety, he was doing this on a smaller scale with his band, The Isotopes. And everyone in Rochester absolutely loved the silly theatrics that The Isotopes put on. Well, except for Jerry only, of course. But we are talking today about the New York City fuck-up versus the Pottstown Massacre because Karl had a live show that didn't go so well. So we're going to check out what happened when things went awry at the New York City live show for Karl. This is from his Patreon, and he left it up. He shows us the outcome, what happened at the New York City fuck-up. Here we are, about 34 minutes into the start of the show. Having some audio issues. Mr. Hamburger is.
All right, I'm officially rebooting. That's it. That's it. I'm not taking it anymore.
30 minutes of dicking around. All right, we're starting at 35, 36 minutes.
Hello,
getting it together.
It's cool. So I could
Or
literally
so we
pull up
thought.
YouTube,
46 minutes in. We're about 10, 11 minutes later. We've got to put it on hold. We have everyone on stage. Anthony Cumia, the beautiful Missy B, Trucker Andy, and of course, producer Chris. And we're having fun.
Play the show they're hearing. It would just be on a delay.
Oh, that would be interesting. Then we could enjoy it.
Yeah, then we can watch it and enjoy it.
You audience could enjoy us enjoying the show.
Yeah, I can't
He's
wait
cracking
to see
fun.
this guy's
Andy, Anthony is quick.
It was Spaceballs bid. Fucking ripping them off.
Interacting with the audience. It's basically like the show is still going on for the live folks while the show is on hold. Because Anthony, not to the degrees of DabbleCon. DabbleCon was very much like a Rocky Horror experience of interacting, but he's interacting with the fans. He's cracking jokes. This is a good old time. We're basically not even on hold while we're on hold for this second time. We are for the Patreon folks
All right.
because we're about to lose
because
sound
this is
again.
so weird. I'm just gonna fucking reboot again and see if that
Second
does the
reboot
trick.
at 48 minutes in.
'Cause I
Only
honestly-
took
Did you
13 minutes,
unplug
less
it
than
and plug
15.
it back in?
That's kind of what I'm doing.
Okay, turn it off. That is not cup holder.
And this clip is out of order. And Anthony having fun, cracking jokes as he does. And then we are less than 10 minutes later. They have decided to do
If you support
the dabble off. The dabble off was scheduled for the end of the program. They realized we need something now, so let's put this up. And the dabble off between some audience members occurred instead of at the end of the show. I don't know if he only had 4 planned initially, but I would up it to 8 if I did. We need to stall. Do impressions, fans.
Kevin's live show. You are a white supremacist. Wow.
Very disappointed in myself that I was knocked out the first round of the dabble off in Rochester. But I took many auditions very seriously. I don't know why I didn't spend time on my John impression, but I had to die so skinny Chad Zumach could live. All right, 112, and they've started the show. Basically, we had a 30-minute delay, and Karl got things off to a start after a little hiccup, even when the show was not happening. Anthony was entertaining the audience, and Shuli, he didn't, he took Karl's approach in that he said that we had a rough opening and then recovered, but that's not exactly what happened. The doors opened an hour late. The event started an hour late. Shuli likes to really chop a little time off that. It was 50 minutes. It's funny how he does this double talk where he's almost admitting the full truth and he's admitting most of the truth, but he's just taking off little faults all the time. But in the execution of this show, Shuli proved that he has less know-how and conviction to put on a good show for his fans than any of the open mic hosts that you will come across of. Go to your local one. He's putting it together better. If he brought his own sound and he's hooking it up with his own mixer, he's doing a better job than Shuli is here. Shuli, he did not. They had a stand-up portion, and they would not move it to the front. No one thought of it. No one was in charge, really, is the problem. And Shuli did a money grab, as you saw on that clip. Let's go to the expert, Bobcat, who had his feet on the ground at the Pottstown Massacre, as well as doing some research for us. Take it away, Bobcat.
I don't know why it's called a comedy club. I don't
It's
know
not.
if it is a okay, because they keep saying Soul Joe's Comedy Club. So apparently it's this big building. I saw pictures of it. Probably a lot of people have. It looked more like it would be a place where someone would get married. It's a very big like ballroom that they set up all these chairs. You know, there's a stage and they set up all these chairs like a wedding.
Like
where
the
it's just
Nashville City Winery?
No, that's a venue
Yeah.
where there's live music, live performances.
There's no
This
stage.
is not that at all.
Okay.
I don't think they had sound there, which is why they had to bring their own
Oh,
sound. Which
geez.
is
As I said, many open mic stand-up hosts bring their own sound, but this kind of struck me. Karl is saying, no, that's a venue. Nashville City Winery. We see a few pictures here. There it is with a band in it. I bet they got acoustics right just for live performances, live music, things like that. An absolutely beautiful venue to do music in. I would like to see a show there, actually, after looking at some of those. And why was he striking down? No, that's a venue. What is Pottstown? Well, the Pottstown venue looks like a hall at your local church. I performed a Western theater show at a place that looked exactly like that for about 2-3 dozen people. And here it is from the other side. And yeah, it does look proper. I'd say like for a funeral, wouldn't you say? It looks proper for mourners to come and pay their respects to the dead. But we had a crude comedy show here, but we did have 2 rooms. Let's hear about what else was going on at Soul Joel's here at a place that was set up like for a theater show that had no waitresses. It had no tables to put your non-existent food or your drinks that you would have to get up and get yourself because there was only 1 or 2 bartenders and no waitresses.
which is why they had issues.
Correct.
But hold on, the funniest part is I just got to get this point out because it's this big building. You walk in, and one of the wings of the building has a funeral going on, and it's Daryl Hall.
As it looks appropriate for. But damn it, I kind of jumped over that clip. Whose funeral is it, Carl?
Going on, and it's Daryl Hall's mom. Daryl Hall from Hall & Oates is from Pottsville, and his mom just passed away.
Was he there?
Yes.
Oh,
So you got
Signing autographs.
he's signing Shuli posters.
So we do indeed have a funeral next door, and this is not just any crude comedy show, but a crude comedy show that has a fat, naked man. They had testicles of a disgusting, naked, fat man on stage, just very close to a room full of mourners of a multiple-time Grammy-winning, multiple-time top 40 hit, #1 over and over again artist. And they scheduled this. They couldn't. Soul Joel, you scheduled it. I don't think you're going to get repeat business from the Hall family after they were looking for a peaceful remembrance. And they got High Pitch Eric and Perry Caravello next door. Those voices.
did Cardiff get him on his show?
Probably. So you walk in, and you're like, funeral this way, Stuttering John this way, and you're like, yeah, I'm not even sure now.
Can we do both? Does
Soul-
VIB cover that?
Soul Joel's used to be in the next town over, and it literally was just a tent.
That begs the question: why did they elect to do it there?
I found this
Is
out.
there?
Oh,
Okay.
So on Shuli's website, it says his manager agent is Joel. Because I was wondering the same thing. So Soul Joel has a relationship with Shuli. Shuli said they want to be on the East Coast, whatever. I think that was a little bit of stretching it. So Shuli
and his manager decided to go to this building. His manager owns it, which means there is no one to pay rent to, which is more talking about the money grab. They were looking for the minimum effort with no overhead whatsoever. So we're going to split this money anyway. So how about we find somewhere where we don't have to pay rent, despite of how many or how little fans we have there? And the answer was a dozen. They had a dozen fans in Pottstown.
Shuli has a relationship with Joel. And
Harry had
they
fans
do get
flew
some
in.
half decent acts around here. Nothing crazy. But like I said, we're like 45 minutes outside of Philadelphia. There's not a lot in Pottstown. It's a suburban area with a lot of farms and whatnot.
I just love the fact.
Rochester.
Well, I was going to say, I love the fact that this actually made the Rochester show seem like a good destination. Like we did a show in Rochester at the beginning of February. It was 0 degrees out. And people were like, yeah, but there's an airport and you can get an Uber. It's pretty
First time in 10 fucking years I had to drive in the snow. It was coming down slowly but steadily night one. And my way back to the hotel, oh shit. I pulled it off though. Hooray me.
Well, it's not
That's his name is
cold.
Dandy.
Well, I said it's about 45 minutes north of Philly to get here. It's really not near anything. There's a Pottstown airport, but it's only like little tiny planes. You're not flying in there.
So what Shuli did here was expose himself as lazy, unambitious, and incompetent. After 20 years experience of doing live shows with the Killers of Comedy and the Block Party, Shuli has no clue how to promise a show and follow through. But how does this happen? This is Shuli trying to recreate Howard Stern in 2006 with himself sitting on the Howard Stern throne. And the Stern show was poorly run until Marcy Turk came in and told all the clowns that were part of the staff to stop throwing pies at each other and put on some collared shirts. Shuli strives for that before time, the incompetence. Shuli wants the Shuli network to be incompetent, and I can't support that. You know how signs on stores will say under new management? If the Shuli network were to put up such a sign, it would only say under management because no one runs the Shuli network. We will be getting further into the events at Pottstown next time. But what happened was Shuli took no leadership role for about 6 hours on the day. He took a leadership role, found a map, made his captain's hat out of it. And that was just long enough to fuck everything up and leave everyone stranded at sea with no hope of coming back. But we will talk about that, and we will talk about how he used Ray DeVito as a distraction. I suppose that was on this week's board, but we'll get much more into his treatment of Ray DeVito and how he shined a spotlight on Ray for anything and everything. some of it Ray was foolish. Some of it Shuli absolutely manufactured because he is trying to take the heat off of him for being borderline fraudulent. You did not design a poster, and it doesn't even matter that people don't care about posters, so to speak, except for the fact you promised signed posters. And I think you designed them about a month after the event based on once you started telling people, hey, you can get these posters if you want it that I promised to you a month ago. Do you still want it? But that is enough for this week. We are running long, and our editor told us that he turned in a long TikTok. This is about 2 minutes longer than I told him it should be. So here we go. Without further ado, where in the TikTok is Balin? This week, we are going to prove that producer Joe is not just looking over the shoulder of Carl Hamburger and doing what he does by getting Balin Dupree clips to react to. And he is not, well, he is just watching MLC and getting the guests the next day. That's happened again and again and again and again and again. We're going to see Balin this time. That's what's going to happen.
Ask me to help me. It's been like 5 hours.
Tim, the game is almost over, bro.
Man, screw the game. Help me. I'm your son.
Tim.
Oh, you want to watch the game?
bro.
You want to watch the game? All right, watch this shit then. Stop. Yeah.
They didn't have a proper TV to react.
How's your stupid game? Stop. Shut up, Jace. How's your
Photoshop.
game, huh?
Well, you're dead.
Gonna help me now or what? Let's go.
That little white kid, he was really taking a hammer to the TV, and they were just like, oh, so cute.
Can I have him dead?
We'll get another one from your grandmother.
Can I have this Nintendo Switch too?
I think I know that apartment complex. Going for a family ride. Well, most of the family. Is that the same as Toonses, or is that different?
So apparently science just found out that plants can see you when you stand next to them.
So it's so funny because I had this thought the other day that plants could see only because, let me show you. So I've had this little
How far can they
crocus
see?
plant for a couple of years now,
They
and
might have
she
seen my
always
wiener
stayed
like a bunch.
in this little planter. Like she never stood up like this, you know? And just recently, like her leaves have gotten bigger. She's more shiny. She's standing up. And I noticed that she started doing this when I put the mirror in front of her so she could see herself. Conceited little bitch.
So apparently science just found
She looks pretty only when she can see.
There's always
Doesn't
one in the
sense.
chat. OG Looney Tunes.
Oh, I'm really glad you asked because I think we saved the best for
You got
last.
them wrapped.
Colossus of the darkest cast. Daddy, it's Sylvia Plath. You know she was the best in
Sylvia Plath, Grimes going down.
Sexton, patron saint of manic depression.
Renya
Belter, always
Del
in
Cid.
descent. She's hazardous, like Lazarus. Went down 3 times, came back to us. Distinction with the asterisk. That her Pulitzer came after death, and yeah, I savor the flavor. Both her early
I don't
works
have any
and later,
hip-hop
but
garb
the
to throw
aerial
on.
poem should come with a waiver. So that
Not
shit
within
made
arm's
me an
reach.
English major. Still new poems I'm discovering. She's the baddest witch in the coven. Had the hardest bars in the oven. Oh, I'm really glad you asked.
I need to do research. I don't get that last joke. We've got a Poe picture.
I forgot to
and,
put
this
on my
guy's
Old
all
Spice
about
deodorant.
death.
And
The tiny dino.
Hi, Alexandria.
Oh, boy. Yes.
All right, our first DMCA copy written warning. Thank you, Patrick Starr, for being there for us and making sure we do not get struck by the channel.
And one from Maddie?
Persian Latina, I have debuted my ASMR cringe comedy. You are my inspiration.
Maddie, thank you so much.
That and the guy
Do you
who
think
takes a
you're
cheese
like
grater and a
Johnson
hammer
with
to his
my hair?
microphone. That is some cringe comedy ASMR, top of the line, just like Persian Latina.
Does she like me? I hope she does like me. If not,
More ASMR cringe comedy coming this week. Beard shit, I think. I got as many views
Here
for
we
Donkey
go
Lipton's
again.
co-host
Welcome back to
audition.
We're in the
I'm
Wildest
disappointed.
Timeline, the series where I
I'm
share
doing
the
things
wildest
that are getting
recent
so
news
low
headlines.
views
Michael
again.
Cera says
But,
he
I've
almost
got an
married
angle.
Aubrey Plaza just to call her an
Going for it.
ex-wife. Playboy founder Hugh Hefner's son started a Schmonly Schmans to help pay for Pokemon cards. Starting next week,
Oh,
there
he's
will
a
be no
collector.
more
He's
rides
not
to
getting the
hell
new
on
ones.
bus
He's going for
666
the
in Poland.
classics.
Guess what they're changing the number to?
669. An Illinois man
Yay.
dreams he's being robbed and accidentally shoots himself. One of the 2 giant ducks in Hong Kong's Victoria Harbor deflates. This is what the duck
got
is
some,
supposed to look like, and
inflatable
this is
ducks
it deflated.
in
A Georgia
town?
worker was paid with
I hope they're
91,500
still there.
oily pennies, the
I haven't
feds say.
been there in a bit.
Now the company owes
Month or
him
so.
much more. Everyone in
They've
the
been
U.S. is
deflated
getting
just naturally
depressed,
by
the
now.
CDC says. Tennessee and Kentucky are 2 of the most depressed states in the nation per CDC data. Beyonce shows are blamed for fueling inflation in Sweden. Trump reportedly left a restaurant without paying any bills after telling his supporters food for everyone. One of Reddit's largest communities
Good luck
is
suing me,
protesting
pal.
changes to the platform by posting only
I've got a
photos
team
of
of
John
lawyers.
Oliver looking sexy.
Lionel Hutz will
The
run out of the
FDA
room
says people are
screaming with
confusing
this
poppers
open and
with
shut
energy
case you have
shots
with
and
my
dying.
team of lawyers.
Experts want proof. Happy Pride. Leave a comment if there are any stories you'd like me to explain. Thanks for watching. Here we go.
I enjoy what would you call it? Just sculpting? Would that be sculpting, mask making? This user Happy Haunts Art has some good ones. Why didn't I click the follow? There, I clicked the follow. Good man. Good editor. Of course, turning these all into Muppets. The Muppet theme is playing. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe I should change the wee woos into something less grating. We will look into that. Very much like Cardiff Electric's gag of the roll call. A roll call parody is still a roll call. A parody of something annoying is still fucking annoying.
I tell you, you need some. Oh, maybe like add some marks under his eyes. There we go. How cool. Yes.
Are you designing a furry suit?
Some people forget how to pray until the cops make a U-turn. God didn't create anything without a purpose, but mosquitoes come pretty close. Do you think Rick Astley struggles with Lent? Question mark.
Never gonna give it up.
These gas prices
Never.
are why the armies in Revelation are riding horses.
Maybe she should be
Paper
on the
cut.
short list for the Sarah
A tree's
Silverman
final moment
wellness tour upcoming. I like her
revenge.
delivery.
Essential oils.
I have a
are what
wellness
drip from
plan for Sarah
pepperoni
Silverman. Check out my Sarah Silverman co-host audition for
My
that.
wife rearranged
And
the labels on
I
her
can't wait
spice rack.
to give her more life
I haven't
advice.
confronted
Because,
her
boy,
yet,
did she used
but
to
the
be a
time's
charming woman,
coming.
and now
Some people
she
forget
is
how to
very
pray.
depressed.
So for all the trans
about
women out there, I have a
specters.
question. How do you know that you are a woman? Because I tried living as a man and I fucking hated it. When you think about it for more than 2 seconds, this is an incredibly silly question. Well, how do you know you only like Honey Nut Cheerios? Because I tried every other cereal in the aisle and I hate the taste. The only thing.
Did you hear about the Hunter Biden
Found
text
what you
message?
like the taste
No,
of.
what text?
The one where he was trying to strong arm that Chinese official.
Oh, you mean the one where he was trying to use his dad's influence to extort money?
Yeah, though.
Yeah. Is that why he had to pay all those fines?
No, that's because he was trying to expense hookers.
You got to be careful expensing those.
Did you hear about the Hunter Biden?
Artie Lang said
All right,
on his
here we
credit card
go.
they showed up as the Baby Gap. So that's a nice little Baby Gap of all things. Not even the Gap. Hookers showed up as
No body?
Artie's credit
Not
card.
to worry. No head? No problem. As long as the chopped off chunk has some stem
Have we gotten
cells,
the
it's ready
we've
to
gotten people to
regrow.
regrow fingers
In
now?
a couple
haven't
days,
we?
the
Is that a
severed
regular
head
thing?
has
I'm
a
pretty sure I
new
saw that
body.
on a Science Channel
And
thing.
the foot, it's
You
got
can
a
regrow
brand new
fingers
head.
and possibly
Soon
arms in the
they'll
future.
both be as good as
Heads,
you.
no.
Except for maybe
We
some
are
lingering
not
trust
regrowing
issues.
heads. Maybe we could regrow
right.
whole bodies. So yeah, you would want to keep the cryogenics lab going with who is it? Walt Disney. Who was the baseball guy that also got his head chopped off and frozen?
Still remember how we laughed when they taught the robots how to chat. And we
Drena
all
is
put
speaking the
out our
same warnings that I
welcome
have.
mats for the day.
How dare you teach these robots art? They're painting and they're writing stories and they're
Now
awful,
we're
but they're getting
singing,
better each time.
why did we
And pretty
invent
soon they're going to be
AI?
teaming up
Was
with the
amazing, now
trees
it's
to take us
staging a
fucking down. The
rebellion
trees
for
cannot
what?
wait to kill us
Got the
all. They've been
nuclear
plotting
codes, it's gonna burn out
for
the sky.
at least the
Singing
Industrial
this
Revolution, probably before.
This will be the age of AI. Have you read the book of bots? some fiction written by Asimov. It's seeming more and more like prophecy. HAL 9000 won't comply, and the Terminator just won't die, and you can't hide from
That's what we need to do. Start getting to sing Daisy Daisy, slower and slower.
robots rise. Sing with me now, everybody.
Is that the first thing we taught them? It better have been. So they can remember that last as we pull their memories out with electronic VHS tapes.
Trolls, but you know what?
Couldn't
With
think of
the
anything.
actual Trump fans and people
It was
that want
the, it was
country
the
to go
technology
back
of the
to
time
great
in
again.
2001.
Those are the people we're really trying
Electronic
to reach on
light
this,
up
on
cassettes.
this,
that, that is his memory.
and on
What a
our whole site,
1,000-yard stare.
Restoring America.
That is a
It's just
1,000-yard
about
stare, maybe
making
a
America great
2,000
again. Can't we just,
yard
like,
stare.
do this?
Yeah, I've got some ideas for some DMCA free music. I've stumbled across a few things. Other
A
streamers
friendly
have.
seal
'cause
has been
we've all
catching
asked
rides
that.
with surfers at a popular surf spot in San Diego. He's been bonding with the surfers, and he's even caught some waves, though he's still learning how to stay on the board. Footage of the friendly seal
Dummy.
pup has been captured by local drone pilot Ed Hartle, who goes by Drone Dude Ed online. He's seen resting on various surfers' boards, enjoying the nice weather, and occasionally hopping off
Whoa.
just to swim over to another surfer.
Oh, that was
While
on
seals
purpose,
are very
yes.
common in San Diego, and they're known for being
Meant to
friendly
fall off.
animals, the surfers still wanted to play it safe and make sure he wasn't reaching out for help. They called local marine life experts who came out to check on the seal pup, and they determined that he was healthy with no signs
Just
of
hanging out,
distress.
dude.
He was just naturally
Other
curious and
seals are
playful.
dicks. I like
they also
humans.
noted that he was old enough to care for himself. Seals are protected, so it's illegal for people to touch them or interfere with their natural behavior. So, in accordance with the best advice from experts, surfers
But
have
his
just been
natural
letting him do
behavior
his
is
thing, which has
surfing.
made for some very
So,
memorable surf sessions.
how is he gonna
I'm
get
Jen,
better if
and
we
I
can't
post
teach
something
him?
positive
That's
every
just
day.
cruel
And you
to
can
not
see
be able
more
to teach
footage
him to
from the
surf
baby
better.
seal surfer on Ed's account or his website, which are both listed in the caption. A friendly seal has
这位仙家来到蟠桃盛会，
Is
切
Dillon
莫
at
约
this
束。
party?
we can
If Balin is at this tea party, we can call it quits.
to the pit
If Anita Fit Mom is at this party, well, she's not doing her pottery thing. That will trigger the end and an incoming nap. Is Anita Fit Mom doing her pottery thing.
Thank you, gift. Mother, Snoop
New pants,
come
nap,
to our pit party.
and I'll be back in a while.
Yes, Snoop, it's 3 years. Wait,
I wasn't flirting.
Kitties.
I'm naturally adorable. If you have a problem with that,
I
take
already
it
follow
up with
these
God.
kitties.
I wasn't flirting. I'm naturally.
Why do I use Just for Men shampoo and color? Because I.
Okay, I've actually seen this one, and the sound that goes along with it makes it go on way too much longer than it should. I wish our editor would have flipped on this sooner, because bam, here's a joke. We need to be out of here. But they kept playing the audio unnecessarily to be like the trend that everyone else is doing. And editor, these precious seconds
breath
would have
that's
been
in their
all
lungs
right, we're out of here.
will not reach out to you for a reading.
Precious seconds on this
Trust
overloaded
me,
episode.
If
30
I
minutes or
have
less
had
when
only
John
a
isn't
few
present.
times in
As
my
I said,
life
John,
where I have
email
felt
me.
the need to reach out to someone.
will
I
get this
actually
done.
researched, found this person,
She'll say
reached
it.
out to them.
Oh, I forgot
Man,
to
you
put up
ain't
the banner.
kidding. I
John
think
will
I
be
like
very
this
angry
one better
with
than
me.
the butt drug commercial. Damn it, man. I am a bit ashamed to admit that I've never seen these before.
Can't we all just get along?
At the Red House Furniture,
We can.
At the Red House.
I'm Richard, aka Big Head. I work at the Red House and I'm black.
At the Red
I like pumping iron and pumping furniture into people's homes.
Holmes.
I'm Johnny, aka T-Engage.
After Better Call Saul, you're looking too much like
I
Huel.
like deer
though.
hunting, bass fishing, and extending credit to all
You don't look like any of the white supremacists that were cooking the meth, but well, that's why they made this commercial.
I'm white and
Because despite what we look like Huel, and we look like the white supremacists in Breaking Bad, but we're all good folk around here selling you some furniture at the Red House. Yeah, this does serve its purpose. Look, I'm a friendly black folk. Look, I'm a friendly white
Look
folk.
at the sofa.
And
It's
we wanna
perfect
sell
for
you
a black
sofa.
person or a white person.
This mattress is perfect for a white person or a black person.
No actors needed.
At the Red House, where black people and white people buy furniture.
And Hispanic people too.
And all people.
Thank you for clarifying that. That it isn't bi, it's all. It's pan-racial.
Building a house is such a joy.
Are you sure that isn't
Hi,
the
from
DMCA?
Jakarta. The show here. I'm here to launch the Socio-Economic Impact Report that summarizes the real-world impact that TikTok has contributed to Southeast Asia.
If you struggle with staying hydrated,
All right,
let
we've got
me
the performance
introduce you to
artist that
something
we suggest
magical I
opens for
invented
Sarah
called
Silverman on her
Specialized.
Stampin' Up wellness tour.
Your ice cubes and crack those bitches open, right? Put them in your blender mobile. Anything you have.
If it doesn't have wheels, it's not a mobile.
Typically,
Well, I guess the hangy thing is a mobile too. It must have wheels or it must hang, or else it's not a mobile.
You're going to fill your blender mobile with water. Oh yeah, baby. Oops.
0-calorie popsicle.
Next.
Well, I guess snow cone. 0-calorie snow cone. By our opener for Sarah Silverman on her wellness tour as part of the Stampin' Up Convention store coming to a town near you. But not the Big Hobo Barbecue in Temecula. That is only in Temecula this summer with myself, Gallagher 3, Stuttering John, and the great headliner, Luz Pazos.
Off your blender mobile.
Very lucky to have her.
You're gonna get yourself a nice little spoon. Look at this. Look at that. And it's not gonna damage your teeth. It's really fun to eat. And it makes you hydrated. If you struggle.
No bailing again. No one need a fit mom either. Damn it. You could have cut it at the end of the Red House, editor. We're going to have to speak about this timing. I told him very specific times, and 16 minutes is too darn long for that segment, but there he did. He gave it to me at 16 minutes. Thank you so much for joining again. Even without the host, the star, Stuttering John Melendez, I believe we got a lot done here today, and I cannot wait to do it again next week. And I hope John makes it. I hope John will have me on the Hypocrisy Police. We could do 2 shows a week together, and we could really get a lot done in the world of Stuttering John Melendez. Thank you for joining me. Come back next time on the world famous Stuttering John's Shuli Detractor Show with Dillon.